Hi guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel, Cooks by Carrie. If you're new here, I'm Carrie, and for today's video, I'm sharing how to make these delicious homemade chicken nuggets using my dad's recipe. So in this video, if you notice, they're not my hands, they're actually my dad's, and I was the filmer for this video. So without further ado, let's get into the video. To start off, you're just going to need 4 chicken breasts. Now this recipe probably makes about a serving for 6 with maybe some leftovers because I have a family of 4 and we had some leftovers. So for us, I feel like it served maybe 8. We'll get 2 meals out of it, but I'm going to say 6 just in case you want a little bit more of a generous serving. So to start off, you're going to want to begin by chopping your chicken. So take your breast and slice it thinly vertically. Yes, vertically. And then you can move the chicken breast horizontally and cut it into little pieces. You kind of want them to be all about the same like size and thickness just because you want them to cook uniformly. But it's not that big of a deal if they aren't like so uniformly cut. You just want to get them into nugget sized pieces. Also, if you notice any kind of like white gunk or anything on them, you can chop that off because that just is not necessary for the chicken. It's not really going to taste good like you see my dad doing here. And that's all. I feel like I have never cut like chicken up like this, so I might have thought it might be hard to cut chicken nugget sized pieces, but it's really not that difficult and can be done within a couple minutes. And after repeating that to all 4 breasts, this is what the chicken looked like. Alrighty, now for the rest of the ingredients. So when my dad cooks these, he doesn't really use exact ingredients. It's kind of just like the look and feel of like the all the things. But you're gonna need 4 eggs, about 2 cups of flour, about a cup or as much as needed of extremely firmly grated Parmesan. Um, it would be great if you can use fresh Parmesan, but if you don't have that, then you can totally just use regular Parmesan. And like between a fourth and a half cup of breadcrumbs. I'll show you like about how much gets used when I show you the actual footage of me combining the ingredients. But yeah, that's it. So it's only 5 ingredients, and these chicken nuggets, they are pretty time consuming. I'm not gonna lie, but they're so delicious, so I think they're definitely worth it. So to start off, you are going to combine the flour, breadcrumbs, and Parmesan in a bowl. So starting with the 2 cups of flour, and then we're not going to add in all of the Parmesan, but we will add about half of it, I'm going to say. Also, this batter might not last for all of the chicken nuggets. So halfway through, or maybe a little more, you might need to add more flour, more breadcrumbs, make a whole new mixture. Because what happens is over time, like the flour mixture will end up not being like it's not sticky, but it like the chicken nuggets won't stick to it, so you have to kind of like remake it. And then obviously you can't really save this mix after because you're putting raw chicken in it. So even if you have any leftover flour, any leftover mixture in it, you do have to go ahead and throw that away. Just wanted to note that. So as you can see, my dad just adding some breadcrumbs in, shaking up, and adding some more. You kind of want it to look like you can. It's kind of hard to tell on camera, but maybe that you can kind of tell that there is breadcrumbs in there. Like you might see some specks. That's kind of how you know it's good. And then just adding in maybe half of the Parmesan, and then giving that a good mix. And that is all for this step. We just want to get all of these things together, and yeah. Also, if you're not a huge fan of Parmesan, you really can't taste it that much in the batter. It just kind of gives it a slight new flavor, so I'd still recommend adding it even if you're not the biggest Parmesan fan. And now, in a separate bowl, you're going to add in your 4 eggs. And then this tool you see here, and you'll see my dad using, is actually, I'm not sure the exact name of it, but it's a special tool that makes it really easy to whip up the eggs. But obviously, probably most households aren't going to have this, so just go ahead in with a fork and whisk it all up. This is like almost like a frother type thing. I don't know what it's called though. Anyway, and then you want to add in the milk and then stir that all up together. So now we have the flour and the wet mixture. Also, as you'll know, you may have noticed there's no salt that you've seen, and that is correct. No salt has been added to this recipe, and that kind of makes it a little bit healthier because chicken nuggets, we're going to be frying them, so this is not a healthy recipe, but this is just one little added step that makes it a little bit healthier. And of course, since you're making it at home, you know what's in it, so it is going to be healthier than like a chicken nugget from a fast food restaurant. Okay, so here is the process of how you are going to batter the chicken. So starting with one to show you, you dip it in the egg mixture, dip it in the flour mixture, and then these are double battered. So you're going to go ahead and put it back in the egg mixture and then back in the flour mixture. Now, as you'll see, my dad is going in with his hands. His hands are obviously clean and washed. Make sure to do that before you cook ever. Um, and my dad has made these so many times that he has said that the best method is really your hands. He's tried tongs, like a fork, all this different stuff. It's best to just use one hand. That way you have one clean hand and then one hand that you can just go ahead and batter them in. Now, it will get a little gross, or messy at the once you've battered a lot of them because like batter will stick to your fingers, but you can just kind of like brush them off using your other fingers. And this is just the best method. Also, you can, like you seeing in this round, you can do a number at a time, like 4 or 5, or just remember how many you're doing so you don't lose any in the egg mixture. And then just get a tray out. Now my tray does look very weathered, very used. That's just because we've had these trays forever, so long, so they just look like that. But you can use any like baking tray and just put them all on. Now, since we're not going to be like baking them like that, you don't need to put any spray down or anything. It's just kind of like something to hold all the chicken on them. And yeah, you just want to repeat this with the rest of your chicken nuggets. This is the part that takes the longest amount of time. So I am going to say that maybe this recipe takes an hour and a half, maybe. I mean, we were filming, but we started cooking at maybe 7. We didn't finish till 8:30. So it does take quite a while, but I promise you, these chicken nuggets are so worth it. Alrighty guys, before I continue with this video, please subscribe, leave a thumbs up, comment down below what you'd like to see next, and share this video with a friend. Also, turn that notification bell on so you get notified when I post a new video. I've got 100 subscribers, and I'm about a quarter of the way there, so if you could really help me out with that, that'd be greatly appreciated. Alrighty guys, let me show you how to fry these nuggets. Alrighty, now to a pan, you want to add some oil. Sorry about that at the beginning there. My camera was being a little glitchy with the focus. But you just want to add in enough oil that's like, I don't know, maybe 1.5, 2 inches, something like that. Now, my family fries with olive oil because we just prefer the taste. I hate the taste of canola oil when I make chicken tenders, like, at home. I don't really mind it at like a fast food place or something like that, but at home I just really don't like it. Also, it does stink up your house a lot. But if you can't get olive oil or you don't want to use it since it's a little bit expensive, some grocery stores might have it a little bit cheaper. I think like Trader Joe's might have it, and anyway, some other ones. But you can totally do it in peanut oil, canola oil, just beware of like the smell and stuff. But other than that, that's it. You just want to get a couple of inches of oil and then heat it for 5 minutes. Alrighty, so after 5 minutes, I'm going to go ahead, or my dad's going to go ahead and put in chicken nuggets. Now, don't get super greedy with the placing of them, and be really careful too because it's really hot. And don't cook in anything like any clothes that you love because oil could splatter. May have happened to me. So just be careful what you're wearing, like maybe wear an apron or something. And then just place them out. Don't put them too close together. That's what I meant by greedy. And yeah, and we're gonna cook them for 3 minutes, about 3 minutes on each side. We're also gonna go ahead and bake them after this. So don't worry if like you don't really need to check the temperature because while they are basically cooked after we take them out after the total of 6 minutes, we're still going to put them in the oven. So you don't really need to check the chicken with the thermometer. And after 3 minutes, this is what the chicken looked like. And you want to use like a two-thing system. So one of these things is like really good, that one with all the holes in it. Again, don't know the exact term name, sorry. But that one is really good because when you pick up the chicken, the oil will come off it. But if you don't have that, just use two spatulas and kind of just flip them over. And look how golden brown they are. They look so good. And you can see that the oil is really, really hot. So where we might have had it at high heat, you can probably turn it to like a medium. You don't need it like super hot right now. And yeah, flip them over and then cook for another 3 minutes. So it's been the 3 minutes. I'm back and they look so good. These chicken nuggets are so good. They're good right when they come out of the oven and you eat them fresh and hot. And they're really good the next day cold too. I know that sounds a little funny, but they're good basically anyway. So now you want to carefully transfer them to some kind of like casserole dish or, glass Pyrex dish or anything like that. An oven safe dish. And be careful not to mangle the chicken nuggets too much and try and get out any oil before you transfer it to a pan. And then we're going to fry up the next batch and then we'll put all of the chicken nuggets into the oven. So, also I forgot to note, but you're gonna want your oven to be at 350 degrees. And this is just a shot of those beautiful chicken nuggets, the second batch when they were cooking. So now it's time to put the chicken nuggets into the oven. If you're like wondering what that whole light was, it was just so that it'd be a little brighter in my kitchen. So my dad's reaching in and putting in the chicken nuggets. So we can see, look how beautiful they are. They look so good, and we're just going to cook them in the oven for about 10 minutes. And they're done. These golden brown, delicious Parmesan-esque chicken nuggets are perfect for any occasion, any meal. They're a staple in our household, and if you try them, I really want to know how they worked out for you in the comments down below. And that's it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already, please follow me on Instagram at Cooks by Carrie. And like, comment down below, subscribe, hit that notification bell, do all those cool things. And I'll see you on Foodie Friday for a French fry video that goes perfect with these chicken nuggets. So stay tuned for that. Bye, guys.